Bless Elohim again for the second part. We've already established from chapter 20 and 6, and from chapter 20 and 7, that Tyre was a city, was a place, was a people. Now we are in chapter 20 and 8. We have started from verse 1, and Elohim has already declared and said that you are not a God, but you are a man. But Satan, we all know that Satan is a God. And Elohim doesn't lie. Because he already told you, the Messiah already said, the prince of this world, he is coming, but he has nothing in me. The God of this world is coming. Because Elohim is not the Elohim of this world. He's the Elohim of Israel. All the other nations, they don't want to hear even his name. Therefore, he said his name is dreadful among the heathen. They've never known him, but they sell you Christianity. Never in their lives have they known him, and he has not known them. Yet you follow them. You wear their hair, you wear their makeup, you wear their lipstick. A black person with red lips. Why don't you paint your lips black or your face black, but you paint your face blonde and wear blonde hair? Something is wrong with you. You hate yourself. Go to Amsterdam Port. You have that guy from India with a shop called Salmon Hair, Ghost Hair. He has now enlarged his shop. Yeah, he has moved from that small. He had a smaller shop. He has moved from there. He now has a bigger shop.
Going uptown.
Yeah, he's going up, making money. And whenever I'm passing there, I don't see his own people in the shop, but our own. You work your whole month and you spend 300, 400 euros on a hair. Something is wrong with your logic. And now you are busy buying it. Who is on your hair? Who rules over your hair? Who sits in your hair? Who is dining in your hair? Do you know him? May Elohim have compassion. Let us return back to righteousness.
Hallelujah.
I cannot understand that. Sometimes when I sit at home, then I say that indeed righteousness is the way. Because I cannot understand how Elohim, the one who is a natural man, without makeup, without lipstick, without all of this crazy skin toning cream, that he will allow a woman in the heavens stand in front of him with fake hair, fake face, fake breast, fake behind, standing on a high heel with breeches on, and he said to my daughter, go and preach. Are you kidding me?
Preach.
And Elohim didn't see that. Even the angels are running from his presence, and you are able to stand in front of Elohim.
Amen.
Everything is fake, and talk about rapture.
Faith.
And Elohim didn't speak about how you look. Something is wrong. So it means that you were dealing with the God of this world. He doesn't care about how you look. He will send you, go and preach. Preach what? What you wear. So you are a prophetess and you do what? You put fake hair on people's hair. Something is wrong with you. You are a false prophet. And all of these ladies, they are making hair.
Into hair business.
Hair business. Make her specialist. Why don't you open a car business? Let us see.
MUA.
Makeup art. Lipstick art. You choose for the easiest road. Huh? And you're on Facebook promoting this. And where is Elohim? Elohim will promote that. Just Just close your Bible and just think. Just reason within yourself. If you were Elohim, will you support that? He said, behold, and I made everything, and I said, they are perfect.
Yeah, very.
Very, very good. And now you say, no, I'm making it up because it was not perfect. What are you talking about?
I know.
And you have preachers supporting you and prophesying to you, telling you this is revival. What is revival? When you are what? You are being revived by everything which is on you is fake. So what are you reviving? Your soul or your body? Or your spirit? Or your head? You heard about this so-called prophet coming and now, I need a new Brazilian hair. Someone has to fix it for me. Are you that Isaiah or John the Baptist was coming to town and you're going to face him with Brazilian hair? The one who looked at people with natural hair and told them, ye vipers, get out of here. Something is wrong with this generation. And these pastors are entertaining you, and now we are false, and they are very right. But we all know what you people do behind the scenes in Amsterdam. I see them every day, how they walk, how they chill with guys, but they are in prayer meetings proclaiming Jesus Christ. Something is wrong. Prokoto kappa kappa. Huh? Let us stick with the topic. One day we will do the conclusion of the matter. One day. Where are we? Chapter 20 and 8.
Verse 6. Therefore,
thus
saith Yahuwah Elohim,
thus saith the Almighty,
because thou hast set thine heart,
because you have said in your heart, I am
as the heart of Elohim, behold,
therefore
I will bring strangers upon thee.
So Elohim is now going to bring people. When we read Isaiah 14, he said the same thing about Lucifer. I will bring strangers against you. Why? Because you have devoured nations. Now listen.
I will bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations.
The terrible of who?
The terrible of the nations.
If he is the commander of the nations, the devil, how all of a sudden would the nations be against him? Because when you read the book of Revelation, it talks about, behold, and Satan will deceive all of them. That even when the Messiah has come, they will come with all their army and say, let's go and conquer them. That on itself is contradiction if this is Satan. Listen to them.
And they shall draw their sword.
Now listen to this. Now people are going to kill Satan with a sword. How is that possible? You are going to kill an angel with a sword. A physical one. Shorter than your own self. Do you know how long demons are and angels are? Listen to them.
Against the beauty of thy wisdom.
Against the beauty of thy wisdom.
And they shall defile thy brightness.
And they will do what?
They shall defile thy
By
brightness.
the nations they will destroy thy brightness. When you read the book of Revelation 17 and 18, he says, say this unto Babylon, that when I have cast you down, that the light will no more shine in you. The same thing. And he's going to use what? Nations against Babylon. He said, I will put within the 10 kings so that they will waste you. I will bring nations against you, Tyre. And you are there bind. You don't bind this man, but you say it's the devil. Listen to the book.
Verse 8. They shall bring thee down to the pit.
Now they are going to bury Satan.
And thou shalt die.
Something is wrong. He's talking about a king. He's talking about a nation. He's talking about a people. Listen.
They shall bring thee down to the pit.
And you shall do what?
And thou shalt die the death.
So now you have made Elohim a liar. The Messiah a liar, who said that in the kingdom they don't need to marry, for they die not, for they will be like the angel. But this one, he said, you will die. How is that possible? Listen to the book.
Thou shalt die the death of them that are slain in the midst of the
Meaning
siege.
you will be slain in a war. He's still talking about the same person. He's now going to switch language soon. And then you are like, hey, you see, the same as we read Isaiah 14. He kept on switching from Babylon to Lucifer to Edom to Idumea. The same thing. Soon he will be using things in the heavens on earth to describe him. That's where your confusion comes. But you should have started from verse 1. The answer to everything is in the first verses. But we don't read it. We just jump. Listen to the book.
From verse 9.
Listen.
Wilt thou say?
Now listen to this. When I have killed you, when I have brought you down.
Wilt thou say before him that slays thee?
Listen to this. Will you say to the nations that are destroying you, I am
Elohim?
So when in the movie 300, the guy threw the arrow or the spear and he was going down and people were like, what is happening? And they also have a film and it's called, I think, 1000 PC or whatever it is called. The same thing, the ending, you will see that they were worshiping that lady as a god. And they thought that she couldn't die until someone cut her with a spear as well. And blood was coming. The people were like, whoa, she's not a god. Because gods don't bleed. Listen to the book.
But thou shalt be a man.
No, you will be a devil.
Thou shalt be a man.
You will be an angel.
Thou shalt be a man.
This is simple logic.
And no Elohim.
Because you are a man and you are not Elohim.
In the hand of him that slays.
In the hand of him who will be killing you, destroying you.
Thou shalt die the death.
You shall die the death
of the uncircumcised.
Of the uncircumcised nation.
By the hand of the strangers.
By the hand of who?
By the hand of the strangers.
Listen to the
For I have spoken.
I have spoken it. Which verse?
Saith Yahuwah Elohim.
Say Yah Elohim.
Verse 11.
Now verse 11. We are almost there. Listen.
Moreover.
Now he's still continuing the thing. We started from chapter 20 and 6. Talking about the same nation, talking about the same people, talking about the same rulership. He has spoken about the person that you are not Elohim, you are a man. But you boast and you say in your heart that you are Elohim. Now at verse 11, listen.
The word of Yahuwah came unto me.
So the word of Elohim came again unto me.
Saying, Son of man.
Son of man.
Take up a lamentation.
Once again, take up a song, a lamentation.
Upon the king of Tyre.
Upon the king of Tyre.
And say unto him.
Upon the devil.
Upon the king of Tyre.
The prince of this world.
Upon the king of Tyre.
Upon the king of Tyre.
And say unto him.
Listen to this. And say unto him.
Thus saith Yahuwah Elohim.
Thus said Yah our Elohim.
Thou sealest up the sum.
You sealed up the sum.
Full of wisdom.
You are full of wisdom. He was saying the same thing in the previous verses. That your wisdom is more than Daniel, yet you are a man. And with that wisdom, you have been able to gather gold and silver. And increase thy riches. Through slavery and traffic, you have increased thy riches. And now he's saying the same thing. Listen.
Full of wisdom.
Full of wisdom.
And perfect in beauty.
And you were perfect in beauty. We read the same thing in chapter 20 and 7. That you were perfectly made. The same as Babylon. You were perfect in your days. When you were born. When you read Ezekiel 16. It talks about Israel as well, that you were also what? Perfect. But then iniquity was found within you. Listen.
Thou hast been in Eden.
Now here is the thing. You have been in Eden.
The garden of Elohim.
The garden of Elohim.
Every precious stone.
Pause there for me. So because they heard this, they're like, you see, Adam was in the Eden. The snake was there. The devil was there. The angels were there. Eve was there. So if you have been in Eden, that means that you are a devil? Ezekiel 31 verse 9. Listen, Eden. You have been in Eden.
Ezekiel 31 from verse 9.
Listen.
I have made him fair.
You see, I have made him fair, beautiful.
By the multitude of his branches.
By the multitude of his branches.
So that all the trees of Eden.
So that all the trees of Eden envies him.
That were in the garden of Elohim.
That were in the garden of Elohim.
Envied him.
Because where Tyre is, that's where the garden of Elohim was. The river Euphrates is there. The river Tigris is there. It is the paradise where he's saying that you dwell in the paradise of Elohim. You Tyre. Listen.
From verse 10. Therefore thus said Yahuwah Elohim.
Give me another precept. Eden, Isaiah 37 verse 12.
Thank you, Brother Nano. Sorry for tuning in now, Brother J.R. Asante. Thank you for tuning in. You're listening to Hour of Restoration, Restoring the Broken Wall.
Isaiah 37
from verse 12. Have the gods of the nations,
have the gods of the nations
delivered them which my fathers have destroyed, as Gozan and Haran and Resheph and the children of Eden.
Who?
And the children of Eden.
Who?
And the children of Eden.
So it means that Eden is a place. Even today it is called the port of Eden. In Yemen, above Yemen. The gates of Eden, exactly. So he's saying that that's where Tyre was. That you are in the midst of the paradise of Elohim on earth.
Which were in Telasser.
That's all for me. So you know that Eden is here on earth? Go back. The book of Ezekiel 20 and 8 and that verse.
From verse
13, I guess. Thou hast been
in Eden.
You have been in Eden.
The garden of Elohim.
The garden of Elohim. You have been at the very place that the paradise, the garden of Elohim was. Where Adam was walking. Where the snake was. That's where you are. Listen.
Every precious stone.
Now every precious stone.
Was thy covering.
Was what?
Was thy covering.
Was thy covering.
The sardius. The topaz.
Listen to this very carefully. The sardius, the topaz.
The diamond.
The diamond.
The beryl.
The beryl.
The onyx. The jasper. The sapphire.
It means that the city were decked with these precious stones.
The emerald, the carbuncle, and gold. The workmanship of thy tabrets.
The workmanship of thy tablet.
And of thy pipes.
Was
prepared indeed.
Were prepared indeed. Listen.
In the day that was created.
In the day that you became a nation. When we read chapter 20 and 7, we said that Zidon, don't forget the name, they built it with precious stones. Pause there, give me the precious stones. Exodus 20 and 8. From 17 to 20. The precious stones. It was where? In the days of the priest. And Tyre has conquered them. So he said that you are working. We will read it later. When we read Joel, he said that you have stolen all my precious stones. And now you are chilling with it. That's why Elohim killed the son of Nebuchadnezzar. When you read Daniel chapter 5. When he said that they were dining with the precious things, the stones, and the things of Elohim, eating from it, the verses of Elohim, and all of a sudden, a hand of a man was writing on the wall. And then the king saw it, and the loins that he had. You are sitting here, all of a sudden, your waist is your waist is on the left, and your upper body is just like this.
What a shock. What a wow.
And everybody fled. And then he was like, I can't move anymore. All the scientists, all the magicians, they ran away. And they brought Daniel. And they said that I am now reading tongues.
You small boy.
Tongues.
Now the small boy should come.
I'm seeing tongues. Can you interpret this for me?
That's right.
Then when you read verse 20 and 5, Daniel said, this is the meaning. Mene tekel alpha se. Meaning that you have been weighed and now you are found wanted. And your judgment is pending. And that today, not even tomorrow. Today you go die.
Today, not today.
Daniel, who was interpreting tongues, and you are here, mama, no interpretation. Yet you say that you are wiser than Daniel. Something is wrong. On Facebook, you can write tongues, but you don't have a common degree in English. But you are able to write tongues. Write tongues. What a wicked generation. You don't even have a certificate. You are able to write tongues
and post it online.
What? You failed your Dutch exam, your English exam, your mathematics. You failed everything. You have to do a reset. You still fail. But you are able to write tongues.
They have scriptures for everything.
And women are like, hallelujah, God. Of course, you will say hallelujah. One day you will also be weighed and you will be found wanted. We have to do the conclusion of the matter soon. Listen to the book.
Exodus 28 verse 7.
So the stone that he said that you are decked with precious stones. Listen.
And thou shalt set in it.
And you shall set in it.
Settings of stones.
Settings of stone. Precept upon precept.
Even 4 rows of stones.
Even 4 rows of stones. Listen.
And the first row shall be of sardius.
We just read sardis.
And topaz.
We just read that.
And carbuncle. This shall be the first row.
Go ahead.
And the second row shall be emerald.
You see?
And sapphire. And diamond. And the third row a ligure.
These are the very stones we are reading in chapter 20 and 8 of Ezekiel. He said that you have taken over the breastplate of Israel. You have taken over these things. Listen.
And the third row a ligure. And agate. And amethyst. And the fourth row a beryl. And onyx. And jasper. And they shall be set in gold.
And they shall be set in gold.
In their enclosings.
In their enclosing, their garments.
And the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel.
And the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel. 12 stones.
According to their names.
According to their names.
Like the engravings of a sign. Every one with his name shall
Everyone with his name shall be on it.
Shall they be according to the 12 tribes.
Chapter 30 and 7 verse 9. Exodus. Same stones. Still talking about the stones. Precept upon precept. Listen, the book of Exodus.
Chapter 30 and 7.
Verse 9.
From verse 9. And the cherubim spread out their wings.
You see, so he told Moshe to make an earthly representation of the heavenly realm. So he told them, make images of the cherubim, and they will spread their wings. That's why later you will say the cherub that cover it. They will spread that, they will cover you. Because they are the cherub that protect Israel. So thou shalt make what?
And the cherubim spread out their wings on high.
Listen.
And cover it with their wings.
And look at it. When Elohim instructed Moshe, they made these golden cherubim. But he never told Moshe, make an image that looks like a man and place him on a throne for him to represent me. See Elohim? Because he knew that you will be worshipping it. But the scripture said that his spirit will come down and will dwell in the temple and the cherubim. Listen.
And covered with their wings over the mercy seat, with their faces one to another, even to the mercy seat, even to the mercy seat were the faces of the cherubim.
Chapter 40 verse 9 to 10. The same Exodus. The
chapter
stones and the things that were in the temple of Elohim. Listen.
Chapter 40, Exodus verse 9 to 10. And thou shalt take the anointing oil.
We will go there later. Let's go back to Ezekiel. And this Tyre was a strong city. Even in the days of Joshua, it was there. In the days of David, they even went to David. They even contributed to the building of the temple. In the days of Solomon. But later on, they were like, we are going to invade you. Listen to the book.
Ezekiel 28 verse 14. Thou art the anointed cherub.
So thou art the anointed cherub. So the anointed, I just explained. They have taken over all of these vessels that were made. So you were supposed to be the anointed protector of the world.
That covered.
The same as Lucifer. You have, because anoint, it is Elohim who anoint.
Okay.
When you read the book of Daniel chapter 4, it says it is Elohim who put kings, anoints them, and place them in authority for them to rule and to govern over people. So it was Elohim who chose Muhammad. It was Elohim who chose Kabila. It was Elohim who chose Trump, and you are crying.
Not the Trump.
You are crying, cursing. And when you are cursing, you don't know that you are cursing Elohim. He chose Saddam Hussein. He said unto his people, I will bring my servant Nebuchadnezzar. When did Nebuchadnezzar become a servant? It means that we are all his servant. He can use us whenever he wants. And once he is done, he's like, get out of here. And you're on Facebook, fire burn, fire burn. Yeah, fire is burning. You're praying against Trump. Can there be a leader without the authority of Elohim? All lives are within his palm.
That's right.
The book of Proverbs says that the heart of kings within his palm, he directed, go and bomb Iraq.
That's right. The one that creates life and dark.
What are you talking about? And you blame the devil. Once we are done with this topic, you will understand Elohim.
Just think about it. If the devil placed Trump in power, that would mean that the devil is going to reign for the coming 4 years.
Exactly.
Is that even possible?
As for Hillary, she was an angel for you. Hey, someone who was promoting homosexuality, abortion, called Negroes super predator. You Negroes are on Facebook, President Trump. Saying that how can you be a billionaire? How much do you have?
$1, $1.
You have not even $1. You are talking about he is not competent enough to be in. What are you talking about? Because the media told you so. What did Obama do for you? Can you name me one thing after 8 years?
Only war.
Only wars. Kill Gaddafi, our friend. And you Christians don't even, you never prayed for Gaddafi, but when something happens in America, oh, let's pray for America. You hate yourself. When it happens to Haiti, there was no prayer for Haiti. But when it happens to France, you change the color of your picture into the colors of France.
Conscious preach.
But when it comes upon your own people, you don't care. You are like, yeah, it's good. They even worship, they do voodoo.
Tell them under.
They do voodoo. Do you know what these Babylonians do?
They don't do voodoo. I'm saying it's not voodoo.
Do you know what they do behind the scenes? When it comes from Africa, you call it voodoo. Go to all the offices in the world. In Europe, you will see the images.
That's right.
Go to their homes, the rich ones. You will see the images of the one, the head of that image.
That's right.
But they tell you they don't believe. What is the head doing there? What is the head of Buddha doing there if you don't believe?
They rub belly.
And they put incense there. But they tell you, I don't believe in God.
Worshiping something.
Do you know what is going on in this wicked world? When they created that genes, they call it all religion or pure religion. True religion.
I had like 5. I was a fresh boy.
What was the image on it?
Buddha.
You Negroes, you Christians were wearing it. I saw you.
True religion.
And you were blowing in tongues.
The real man.
Blasphemy.
I was a victim.
If you know how the devil operates, you will leave him alone and mind your own business.
True religion. Blue blood.
Listen to the book.
Ezekiel 28 from verse 14. Thou art the anointed cherub.
So you wear the protector. You are supposed to be a protector.
That
The
covers.
same as America, they are supposed to be the protector of the world, but they invade and bomb. So he said, you were anointed to protect.
Thou art the anointed cherub that covers, and I have said thee so. That was upon the holy mountain.
Now you were upon the holy mountains of Israel. So now the Christians are like, you see, which holy mountain is in the heavens? So let us now find out what the holy mountain of Elohim is.
Holy mountain.
Give me the book of Ezekiel 20. Because that's why precept must be upon precept.
Amen.
That's why I don't give you one verse. I give you multiple verses saying the same thing. Because they read the holy mountain. You see, they are in heaven. When did Elohim tell you that there is any holy mountain in the heaven? Let's look at where the holy mountain is. The book of Ezekiel chapter 20 and at verse 40. The holy mountain of Elohim. Listen to the book.
Ezekiel 20 and verse 40. For in mine holy mountain.
Listen to this. For in my holy mountain.
In the mountain of height.
In the mountain of height.
Of Israel.
Of where?
Of Israel.
Of the heavens.
Of Israel.
Of where?
Of Israel.
So the holy mountain of Israel is found where?
Of Israel.
In Israel.
Said Yahuwah
Said Yah Elohim. So now we are going to find out the name of that holy mountain. Because he has given you the place. Located in Israel, the holy mountain. The book of Isaiah 56 verse 7. The holy mountain. He said, you have been in my holy mountain.
Holy mountain.
Listen, Isaiah 56 verse 7.
Isaiah 56 from verse 7. Even them will I bring to my holy
even
mountain.
the Gentiles, once they believe, I will bring them into my where?
Into my holy
into
mountain.
my holy mountain.
And make them joyful.
And I will make them joyful.
In my house of prayer.
In my house of prayer.
Their burnt offerings.
So there will be a house of prayer in his holy mountain.
Their burnt offerings.
Isaiah 11 verse 9. You still don't know the name. You know the place. He said that even the Gentiles, once they believe, I will bring them into my house of prayer. When you read Isaiah, does it not say that, and they shall say unto him, let us go to the house of Jacob, the mountain of Jacob.
That's right. Inquire.
And inquire of him that he may teach us his ways.
Right.
Are you going to walk in the heavens talking about show us your ways?
Show us.
Listen to the book, Isaiah 11 verse 9.
Isaiah 11 verse 9. They shall not hurt.
They shall not hurt.
Nor destroy.
Nor destroy.
In all my holy
in
mountain.
all my holy mountain.
For the earth.
For the where?
For the earth.
Where is the holy mountain?
For the earth.
In the earth.
Shall be full of
shall
knowledge.
Be full of his knowledge. He has still not
Yahuwah.
shown us the name. But I'm giving you a precept. You know that it is found in Egypt. In Israel, sorry. It is in this earth. Now what is the name? Give me the book of Joel. Joel 3 verse 17. Precept upon precept. Line upon line. The holy mountain of Elohim. It's not the heaven. You don't read. That is the problem. You just conclude. Your pastor just quoted 2 verses and told you close your Bible. And you just closed. And after that, you were just putting on makeup in your church. And you were like, hallelujah. Listen to them. Joel 3 verse 17.
Joel chapter 3.
When you are showing that the holy mountain that he is talking about in Ezekiel, it is here on earth. It is found in Israel, but you don't know the name. What is the name of that holy mountain? Listen.
Joel 3 verse 17.
The prophet Joel 3 verse 7.
So shall ye know.
So shall ye know.
That I am Yahuwah.
That I am Yahuwah thy Elohim.
Dwelling in Zion.
I am dwelling in Zion.
My holy mountain.
Where is it?
Zion.
Zion.
My holy
Mount
mountain.
Zion is the holy mountain of Elohim. I know you don't like one verse. So precept Isaiah once again, 8 verse 18. You will know that Elohim is dwelling in my holy mountain, which is found in Zion. Listen.
Isaiah 8 from verse 18.
Listen.
Behold, I and the children whom Yahuwah had given me are for the signs and for wonders in Israel from Yahuwah of hosts, which dwelleth in Mount Zion.
He dwelleth where?
In Mount Zion.
Where does Elohim dwell?
In Mount Zion.
You are talking about rapture. Chilling in heaven. So he said that you have been in Zion, my holy mountain, when you read the book of Ezekiel 20 and 8. You've been walking there. Yet you did not know me. Listen to the book. Ezekiel
28 from verse 15. Thou wast perfect in thy ways.
See, you were perfect in thy ways.
From the day that thou hast.
So you were perfect from the day that Zidon, they built you. Listen.
From the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in you.
Till sin was found in you.
By the multitude of thy merchandise.
Listen to this. By the multitude of thy trade. Because of the riches, sin came. The same as Babylon, when you read it in the book of Revelation. It says that, and the merchants of the world, they will weep when they see that Babylon has fallen. That great city, how can we become rich again without America? Without the Western world, how can we become rich again? Listen to the book.
By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence.
Now, talking about a nation, they have filled Satan with violence. Does that make sense to you? Where is your logic? Is it not Satan who is filling them with violence? Listen to the book.
And thou hast sinned therefore.
And thou hast sinned therefore. So because they brought you merchandise, you began to sin.
Therefore I will cast thee.
Now listen to this. Therefore I will cast thee
as a profane out of the mountain of Elohim.
I will cast thee, I will cast you from Mount Zion. Because around the time that he was prophesying this, they were ruling Jerusalem. They were ruling Jerusalem. They were suppressing Jerusalem. They were telling Jerusalem how to live life. Pause there for me. Give me Joel 3. The book of Joel, you will hear the name that they were the ones who were selling the children of Israel. You will hear their names, the book of Joel. Listen to the book. 3.
Joel chapter 3 from verse 1. For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again,
the
captivity of Judah.
So you know that he will bring the captivity, meaning he will save them from the nation who was oppressing them. And who was oppressing them, verse 4?
From verse 4.
Yea, listen to this.
And what have ye to do
what
with
have
me?
you to do with me?
O tyrant.
Oh who?
O tyrant.
Oh who?
O tyrant.
Who was oppressing Israel in Zion?
O tyrant.
And Zidon.
And all the coast
of Palestine. What are you talking about? He said, you have been oppressing my people in Mount Zion, my holy mountain. Listen to the book.
Will you render me a recompense?
That's all that I want. Go back. The book of Ezekiel 20 and 8.
From verse 16. By the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Elohim.
Go ahead.
And I will destroy thee, O covering cherub.
O the protector of the world, in the midst.
From the midst of the stones
of
fire
that you have stolen, I will cast you down. Listen.
Thine heart was lifted up.
Because your heart was lifted up.
Because of thy beauty.
Because you thought, when you read Elohim also, when you read the book of Revelation, it said that, and Babylon said, I sit as the queen. I will not lose my children. I have intercontinental missiles. I have ballistic missiles. I have shields in Europe that can protect me. So if you launch any weapons, I will be able to bring the weapons down. I will not lose my children. But he said, in 1 hour,
1 hour,
your destruction will come from within. Your own bombs will be exploded. Swiftly I shall come upon you. Listen.
Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom.
You have corrupted thy wisdom.
By reason of thy brightness.
By reason of thy brightness, thy beauty.
I will cast thee to the ground.
Therefore I will cast thee to the ground.
I will lay thee before kings.
So now Elohim is going to lay Satan before kings. Do you know, have you seen him before? And Elohim will mention something. So that you know that the guy he's talking about, people that were around knew him. Listen.
That they may behold thee.
So that they may know thee and see thee that you are down.
Verse 18. Thou hast defiled thy sanctuary.
Now you have destroyed your own country.
By the multitude of thy iniquity.
Because of thy iniquity.
By the iniquity of thy traffic.
Because of the iniquity of thy traffic, thy comments, thy purchasing power. You've been purchasing and selling. You've been buying. Because of that, you've been corrupt. Listen.
Therefore will I bring forth.
Therefore will I bring forth
a fire from the midst of thee.
A fire from among your own country.
It shall devour thee.
It shall destroy you.
And I will bring thee to ashes.
And I will bring thee unto ashes.
Upon the earth.
I will burn Babylon into ashes.
In the sight of all them.
Now listen. In the sight of all them
that behold thee.
That have seen thee.
All they that know thee.
All the ones who knew you.
Among the
who
people.
Know Satan. All the ones who know you among the people. Who have you? Which prophet have seen Satan before? Who knows Satan? Have you ever seen him before? He said, I will destroy you in the presence of the one who have known you. Is it the devil? My goodness, listen to the book.
All they that know thee.
All they that, man. Who knows Satan? All they that know thee.
Among the people.
Among, so it meant that when the king was ruling, people knew him. So when he was casted down, they would be like, he's just like us. He can also die. He's not a god. Listen.
Among the people.
Among the people.
Shall be astonished.
They will be surprised. The same as, you see, it's the same as when you read about Babylon. That people will be surprised. And when we read about Lucifer, the same thing, they will be surprised at. Meaning, oh, how is this great nation defeated? Listen to the book.
Thou shalt be a terror.
You shall be a terror.
And never shalt thou be anymore.
And never shalt thou be anymore. Listen.
Again, the word of Yahuwah came unto me.
Now listen to this. He's now going to speak about Zidon, which is a nation. Again, the word of Elohim came unto me, saying,
Son of man,
Son of man,
set thy face against Zidon.
Now prophesy against Zidon, who built the cities of Tyre,
and prophesy.
And now prophesy against him,
and say
unto Zidon,
Thus saith Yahuwah,
thus saith Yah Elohim,
behold,
I
am
also against you, Zidon,
and I will be
because
glorified.
whenever you hear Zidon, they are with Tyre. They were always working. The same as America worked with what? Europe. Always they bomb together. They rob together.
Body.
Their laws are the same.
Body.
Listen.
Behold, I am against thee.
I am against you,
O
Zidon.
And I will be glorified.
I will be glorified
in the midst of thee.
In the midst of thee.
And they shall know.
And then the people that are around you shall know
that I am Yahuwah.
That I am Yahuwah Elohim.
When I shall have executed. Judgment in her.
Judgment in Zidon and in Tyre.
And shall be sanctified in her.
And I will be sanctified in her. This is the prophecy you also read in the book of Joel.
For I will send into her.
Pestilence.
And blood into her streets.
So you see, into her street. He has been talking about nations and nations the whole time. Not talking about any Satan in the heavens. But because the theologians, they were the ones who raised up your pastor. They were the ones who told them Lucifer is the devil. And when if you want to read about him, he was a singer. So go to the book of Ezekiel 20 and 8. But they never told them that when you are praying, pray against the king of Tyre if he was Satan. Why have you never heard about the king of Tyre in your church? Now Lucifer, you know. Yeah, playing guitar for Elohim. Do you know how many cherubims Elohim has? May Elohim have compassion. So this is the mystery concerning Lucifer and the mystery concerning Ezekiel chapter 20 and 8. Tyre was a strong city. It was also known as Tauros or Tyros, meaning the rock. Because they dwell upon they said they dwell on what? In the clefts of the rock below. A strong city, Joshua 19, verse 29. Listen. Same thing. A strong city. And they have been trafficked, and even in the days of Isaiah, they were there. Listen. Joshua 19, verse 20 and 9.
From verse 20 and 9.
Listen to the book.
And then the coast turned to Ramah.
The coast turned to Ramah.
And the strong city.
And now the strong city,
Tyre.
You hear it? In the days of Joshua. The strong city, Tyre.
And the coast
turned
to
Hosea. Isaiah 23 verse 8. Know that they were also there in the days of Tyre. They were there. They were trafficking. May Elohim have compassion.
Isaiah chapter 20
May Elohim really have compassion. We have been misled. So we read with that. That's why the Messiah said that when he arose from the dead, they were still doubting. And he said, "Oh, ye fools, void of understanding." And he said, then he opened their understanding so that they may overstand and understand and comprehend that all the prophets prophesied concerning him. What?
Void of understanding.
Void of understanding. Yes. You only read Matthew, Luke, and John. You carry it in your pocket and go to church with it. Matthew, Luke, and John. What have you read? What have you understood from those chapters? Listen to the book.
Isaiah 23 from verse 8.
Listen.
Who had taken this counsel against Tyre?
Who has taken this counsel against Tyre?
The crowning city.
The crowning city.
Whose merchants.
You see, whose merchants
are princes.
Are princes.
Whose traffickers.
Whose traffickers
are the honorable of the earth.
Are the honorable of the. So they were taking over all the wise people. The same as Nebuchadnezzar, they took over Daniel and Abednego and Shadrach and Meshach and using them to their own benefit.
Abednego. Wow.
And what did America do during Second World War? What did America do? What did they do? They took over the scientists of Germany. The ones who created the atom bombs were people from Germany. The submarines, the guys from Hitler, they hijacked all of them and took them into America. And they built their cities with it. And you are at your home, I bind Lucifer, I bind Lucifer. Continue binding. You are wasting prayers. You are in Amsterdam binding the Prince of Persia. What? And the Prince of Persia, let's bind him. Are you kidding me? Where is Persia? You dwell in Iran? Spiritually, something is wrong with us. Let us get closer unto Elohim. He said that when wisdom becomes your friend, he will make you the friend of Elohim. He will make you a prophet of Elohim. That Elohim will say that, can I hide anything from Abraham, my friend? Knowing that he will show my mysteries and teach my mysteries to his children unborn. What do you teach to your children? To the left. and Rapture and Halloween and Santa Claus and Saint Martin. How about Shaka Zulu? Do you teach them? How about Kwame Nkrumah? Do you teach them?
Come on now.
How about Patrick Lumumba? Do you teach about him?
He's a voodoo.
Huh? How about the kingdom of Ghana? Do you even know that it existed? But you are here teaching them about Halloween and Easter. What? Something is wrong with us. All our heroes, we call them voodoo men.
That's right.
And when the Gentiles come, we say they are the savior.
Saints.
Worship, they call it Saint Martin. He's a saint. The saint of hell. And we worship them. And when it comes to your own, you hate them. You hate, you look, oh, he's too black.
Blacky. Go
I don't want a black man.
Too black.
Too black. When the lights goes off, I will not see him.
Too black to save.
Too black to save me.
What is it?
Huh? May Elohim have compassion upon us. May Elohim really have compassion upon us. So if you are at home, know that Lucifer is not the devil.
Yes.
Ezekiel 28 never spoke about the devil. That's why I told you from Genesis to Revelation, Elohim did not even waste one chapter on the devil.
That's right.
Everything was about Elohim. Because he said, I am a jealous Elohim and I share my glory with none.
Amen.
Not even one chapter dedicated to his own angels. But he spoke about his own Israel that he has loved.
That's right.
Meaning that he said that he has made you a little lower than the angels. Yet he has crowned us with glory.
Amen.
Royal priesthood.
That's right.
That don't you know that you will even judge angels?
Peculiar people. That's right.
And you are here eating swine's flesh and you don't care about Elohim.
Wow.
May the blessings of Elohim be with you.
Amen.
Next week, by his mercies, we will continue. We have now shown you the names, the titles of the devil, who is Lucifer. We have broken down Ezekiel 20 and 8. Next week, if we are still alive by his mercy, we will show you the tax of Satan. Who is Satan? Why is he known as Satan? His responsibilities, his duties. And then we will give to you the fallen angels as well. And hopefully, maybe also the demons. So may Elohim be with you. Shalom.
Wow. Bless Brother Just for the word that he has shared with us. I myself have learned so much. I believe there was an overview or an overflow, of scriptures tonight. So I hope that you wrote them down, that you will go home. Want to salute our brother Daniel, our brother Braves, and even brother Jonathan that tuned in via Facebook Live. May the Most High bless you. Make sure you tune in this coming Sunday. We'll be online or live from 9 o'clock even up until 11. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Hour of Restoration come to stay. We'll be in the studio each and every Friday and also on Sunday. I want to leave you with a song of Lara George that Dan Sakandi. I'm not the Nigerian, so I'm trying my best. Tell a friend. You can also listen to our messages on SoundCloud. Have a wonderful Sabbath. Shabbat Shalom.